Boom. This is going to really go back to the channel. All right, we got some Soul Landry loaded up today. We got a bunch of stuff going on, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the basic stuff. First, we've got standard red packet, special fund, and a palace treasure hunt. So as always, this is a good way to get some of the good stuff. Just try to make sure that you complete all of the actual requirements for the daily and the combination ones, and you'll be able to at least get quite a bit of the herbs, and you'll be able to get some of the really good ones. Like I snatched up a 40-pack here. This is the super martial souls. This is the top rank ones. You'll usually get these as a massive reward. This is really some of the best ways to get them. So make sure you do participate in events. And as you can tell from all of the stuff I have in my bag, there's another event up, but we'll get to that later. First, I want to get up to the second awesome event, which is a Master Forge event. As always, I mentioned we'll probably have one this week, and it looks like we did. So basically, it's just, get as many of these Beastie Boys as you can and draw as many times as you can. As you can see, we've got some really good stuff. The benefits, this is the packets that you want to look for. This is really a good way to get what I like to say bulk items. Okay, because you can get 90 Spirit Advancement Stones, 900 of the Essence. Unfortunately, there's no triple S. This is an SS plus herb, but I was hoping that they would have. I wanted to see something triple S. I have not seen any, but they do have some good stuff here. They have 100 shards for the Peacock or the Fury, either one of those. If you're looking for those, 3,000 of the Rutilated Quartz, and some other things. So pretty good stuff. And then we got the good stuff, the really good stuff. This right here is shards. I was able to get Ma Hung John just from the Soul Forge event. Well, let me rephrase that. I did have to do 2 draws on him to get him, but I got like 100 and I think it was like 108 or something of that, like the shards inside of this actual Soul Forge. So if you want to get some of the other characters without having to go through the draw event, this is a way to guarantee to get them. And it looks like they're keeping pretty current, because the first one, of course, was Tang San. Second was Ma. Third was Wu. Fourth was Wrong Wrong. So they've got Wrong Wrong in here now. Okay, so conceivably, the next Soul Forge event will probably see Chen as an option, the one-armed bandit. In here as well, if you're looking to create him, which is something to consider because he's exceedingly powerful. He is not the powerfulest SP. The powerfulest SP has not been released yet, which is BB Dong. She will be released shortly. And the second most powerful is Wu, who is here. So I would suggest getting Wu. Wu is my maximum damage dealer at this time. She's out dealing damage to everybody at this particular point. Followed close by Tang San, and then, believe it or not, who my triple S is still outdoing Ma. Ma is AoE, so you're not going to see exceedingly high damage numbers, but because he's AoE, you have the area of effect, which allows splash damage and whatnot for some of the skills. So he's slightly behind because Ma's who's got a double. She's got a massive single target attack, which just does a massive amount of damage. She's the best of the triple S characters. So who, if you're looking for any, if you want to go for she's the most powerful of the triple S's. And you want to go for Wu if you're looking in for an SP, because she is the most powerful released. I think BB Dong will be next after Chen, who is up right now. I think we have one more Chen event, and then it'll be the new character, or it might be the new character here next week. Not sure. I'm a little bit behind on what I think that was the second one that they just had a few days ago. I can't remember. But anyway, so BB Dong will be coming out. She's going to be your one. So an interesting thing about the Soul Forge, it's not you lose it. Okay, any of this ice core that you form, if you don't spend it, you don't lose it. It stays in your bag, and it will be available the next Soul Forge event. So if there's anything in this particular event that you do not want, you can not get anything, or maybe get something that's not full and you'll still have some left over, and you'll be able to use those on the next SoulForge event and hopefully get something that you do like. Okay, so we've got a bunch of shards here. I mean, here's 100, 20 times 5, and here's 20, 15 shards. Okay, so yeah, more than enough to get to summon the character and start building up divine skills with all of these actual ones in here. Maximum chest for the triple S, so if you're looking for Hugh, Zoo, if you want to create any of the triple S's, let's do that. But since there's SP characters in here, I would probably just focus on those. Okay. There's no limit. You can be any level. You can be a level 1. If you're able to get your hands on an SP character level 1, you can use it. You just, of course, won't be able to build it up or anything because you won't have any of the actual mats or anything, but you could still utilize the character. So that's pretty good. Then we've got a maximum on the triple S hidden weapons. So all those are here. And then it goes into divine tools, spirit souls, and then, of course, one of the things that you should always consider from this event is, of course, the ability to gather some shards for the SP Soulbone set. You can't get them anywhere. You can get 10 of them on a monthly inside of the peak event, the peak PvP event, but that's a month. 10 a month. I mean, you know, that's 2 months just to make one piece. And you've still got to understand you've got to upgrade these things, which takes more shards. So I've got a set for everybody. All of my characters. I think. Wait, I might need one more set. But 3 or 4 of my characters have a full set. But of course, I have to start upgrading them. They're maxed out through breakthroughs, maxed out in enhancements. But I need to max them out upgrade wise. I need to get them, get the stars. And the only way to do that is to do more shards. So due to the fact that you can only get 10 of these a month, there's absolutely positively no way that you can, in a reasonable amount of time, build SP Soulbone sets unless you get them here in SoulForge. Okay, this is about the only way to get it. They've been in the last 2, so I think it's going to be a staple. So they'll always be available. And as you can see, you can get a lot of them. I mean, you can get 40 shards from the first set, and that's only 10 ice core. I mean, that's really, really easy to get that much. You shouldn't have any trouble getting a couple pieces. That takes 20 shards to make a piece. Then you've got 4 15s, okay, and then you've got 10 10s. That's 100 right there. Okay, so you can actually get quite a bit of the shards and start upgrading your Soulbones to a better level. More stars, more power. So that's something you always want to consider. So keep that in mind. What I'm hoping for, once I have my 4 main characters with a complete set, I want to start, building them up. But I'm hoping that they'll give us one of these, and we'll have like a maximum amount of Soulbones. Like there'll be like a couple hundred shards in here that you can get for the special, and that way I'd be able to get it a lot quicker. But since due to the fact that they're in here in this, I'm not sure they'll do that. So that's a consideration. Okay, and then of course there's the Phoenix Divine Blood, of course, which is useful, and then Martial Souls. They seem to be leaning towards the Martial Souls. There's not even any triple S shards in here. I was really looking to start. I've got a full set of triple S Immortal Herbs, and I'm starting to do the birthing event, which is where you level them up, sort of like upgrading them. But you need shards to do that, and there's really no way to get triple S shards. They're not really offered in when they have the Immortal Herb event. You can get some, but they cost. Otherwise, you can just get a handful. So I'd really like to see where they would stick maybe here in this front benefits exchange and stick 100 or 650. Okay, that's a buttload. That's a set right there. I mean, if they could give it like 400 triple S's, I'd be happy. That'd be enough to pretty much almost birth max some of my Immortal Herbs. So that's what I'm hoping will put in here. So that's why I've been that's why, as you can see, I got 10 left over. that I didn't spend. Those were from the last, because I have not done any forges at this time as of yet. So this is it's a carryover from the last event that I didn't use because I got what I wanted and didn't see anything else that tickled my fancy. So yeah, it's something to consider. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then, of course, there's a fact to exchange some of these. You can exchange leftover. As you do the forging, you know, sometimes you don't get a nice core, of course. Sometimes you get the lower, you know, the lower tiered stuff. And this is right here, enables you to use that lower tiered stuff. It's not bad. They've got a max. It's not quite max. It doesn't have Oscar, but it does have Who, and she's the best. So this is a good option right here if you want to build up Who. And then, of course, and some you know, basic stuff. But again, you don't lose it if you don't use it. Okay, usually, normally in these events, it's you lose. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's not the case. At the last day of this event, when the shop's about, you will not see it expired on your bag because it's not expiring. It will still be there. Okay, so keep that in mind. I used all of these in the last event because I bought a bunch of miscellaneous items that I needed to do some material upgrades. So that's why I don't have any of these, but these stay over too. And as you can see, they do have some good stuff in here. A little tip, these. Get these. Okay? You need these for your breakthrough of your SP items. This is what's slowing me down on one of my sets. Okay? I've got on Taxan, I've got a set on him. He's fully maxed out. Okay, they're broke through. It's broke through to the max. Okay, it takes these. So I've got his set fully maxed. Woo's set is fully maxed, and I'm now working on the set that I've got on Hoop. And I still, yeah, so I have 3 of my 4 characters. And this is the 3rd set that I've got, so I do need one more set. But as you can see, it takes these little beastie boys right here. And it takes a lot of them. Because you have to understand the breakthroughs, it's like a bunch of levels to break through. I think it's like 16 levels to break through. And it's about 120 each time. So it takes a lot of these. I mean, I blew through these. I mean, you can get them. You can get quite a large amount of them if you keep an eye out for them. But you just keep an eye. If you see them, get them, because you will have to use them once you start doing these to level these up for the breakthrough. Okay. Enhancements, they're already at 140. Fusion is another thing. This is where you're going to use your S's, your Doomstones, and all of these shards and stuff. These can be used to do the fusion. Okay, you want to max that out like this one I've got maxed out. I've got all the others. I've maxed out the fusions on everything. The ones on Wu and Taxan are fully maxed out. The only thing they did is upgrading. And as I can show you right here, it takes shards to upgrade this. Okay, so that's what puts the stars on it. Okay, so you're going to need to do this for each of them. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that you will have to level these up with shards. So you're going to need the shards, and they're not going to be giving them to you. So the Soul Forge event is probably going to be your best bet for the way to obtain enough shards to actually start working on that. That's why I'm only going to hold off at 4 sets. If there was another way to upgrade these, of course, then I could just start making sets, but I'm not. I'm just going to get 4 sets so that my 4 main characters will have an SP set, and then I'm going to start upgrading them. That's the best way to go about it. Okay, you can remove them. So as your main team changes, you can take the Soulbone set off of the character and put it on the other character. So it's not like you're gonna, it's not like you lose whatever you max it. It doesn't stay with the character. It puts wherever you want to put it. You can move it off. Okay, it's not assigned to the character in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so you can move it to a new character. So next, when I get BB Dog, I'm not exactly sure. I'm probably actually going to be taking out Ma, and I'm probably just going to replace Ma with BB Dong, simply because of the fact that Hugh, even though she's triple S, she's still doing more damage. So I'll probably just go ahead and keep her in, and just go ahead and put BB Dog in Ma's place, and then make Ma, he'll be my second team. You need 2 teams, guys. You need 3 teams, actually. The peak event, 3 teams. So you need multiple characters. Don't just focus on one team. You need multiple teams if you want to be anywhere inside of the rankings in PvP. Any of the other external events, you need more than one team. So just realize that you're going to need 2 and 3 teams if you want to do any type of advancements. And the higher you advance is the more rewards you get overnight, because you get rewards weekly and daily based on your ranking. I get a sufficient amount of diamonds just for my ranking that I can always keep bulk amount around so that I can purchase all the stuff that I need to. As you can see, I've been purchasing a lot of stuff. I'm already down to 21,000, and I've still got some stuff to purchase. So you're gonna, but I do get a lot of diamonds inside of overnight for my dailies and for the weeklies, based on your ranking level is what you get. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so that's Master Forge event. Excellent. Make sure you use that max. Again, go to Assistant Woo. Okay, go to Gameplay, Metal City. Okay, you need to set that so that it runs 3, and you need to do that because inside of the Lucky Secret, okay, inside of the token, inside of the tasks, Metal City, you need to sweep Metal City, okay, 6 times each day. That's the maximum, but you have to do it every single day to get the reward. To get the really good reward, which is 5 pulls in this shop, you need 18. If you just leave your woo as it is, it's only going to do 3 because that's what it's set. You need to spend 600, I think it's 600 diamonds, and run it 3 sweeps afterwards. That will give you a total of 6 runs. Okay? So each day you'll get 6. 3, 6. This is the first day. Next day, I'll get 6, 9, 6. I'll get the 12. So I'll get these 2. Then on the final day of the event, I'll get 18, and I'll be able to get 5 pulls. And this is an excellent thing to do. You really can't lose inside of this. It's hard. Okay? All of these are SP, except for this. But most of this is SP stuff, so you're getting shards for it. Okay? So it's, just get it, and then just, you get, when you do it, you get 5 robs. So you can just do this 5 times, and you're bound to get some SP shards, or some stamina, or some, you hit this, you actually get a bunch of rewards. I'm not sure what it's called. Lightning, it gives you like a bunch of, I think it gives you whatever inside of this or something, when you hit the lightning. So, but you get good rewards from it, and there's even diamonds. Okay, so there's this, some triple S, but again, it's a full set. It's a full max chest, so it has all of the items in there. So, there's bound to be maybe 1 or 2 that you haven't maxed out yet. So that's even useful. So it's a very, very, very good event. And you don't lose these. So if you don't use them, let's say you don't want to do it on this event and you want to wait and use it on another one of the SP items, it'll bank. Okay, so you can use it on the next one. But it gives you 5. So, and you don't got to do nothing. You just need to set the sweep up. Okay, it's right inside of Woo. You should be using your Woo daily. I do all of these daily, and it does, it takes what would normally take about 2 hours to do all the stuff. I can do the stuff in about 30 to 45 minutes. Just go to set, and you want to hit it 3 times. Okay? It's not going to let me do it now because I already did it. But set it to go 3 times. Okay? And then when the event is over, you can go back and set it back to 0, because there's really not a lot of use to use 600 diamonds each day to sweep it. Because it's just not that much more rewards. The only reason I'm doing it is because I want to get the 5 pools. So set, make sure you do that on the Metal City. Okay, and that's for that. So we've got the parental now. I was able to actually summon the actual I was able to actually summon the weapon. Wrong thing. Hidden weapon. Come on up. I click on it. There it is. Right here. So I actually got some shards. I used those to make the Peerless Body Blood. So I now have 4 SP hidden weapons. Okay. Hidden weapons encompass an SS and an SS Plus inside of them. So you're going to need to start ranking up your SSs and your SS Pluses to put them in there, as it's called. It's called symbiosis and fitting. On SS Pluses, it's fitted. On SSs, it's proceed symbiosis. And as you can see, they're fastened inside of this. Okay, so now I have another one, so I've got enough to make 4. So now it's just a matter of starting. As you can see, I'm starting to put some, get some stars on these. It's hidden weapons. Hidden weapons are a little bit more prominent than some of the other items, so you can they push them out faster. They have hidden weapon events more often than they have other events, which is why you're able to obtain all these. And what's nice about it is you can put maxed. You know, as long as you're putting maxed items inside of it, you know, then you're able to use your max items, which is what you want to do. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're working on that. But that's what you want to do. Torrential Pear Blossom is up, and you will be able to get shards for it. There is some numerous shards. If you look in here, the exchange, you're going to have to use some of your wood, but you'll be able to get 20 inside of here. 80 is what's needed. Okay, so you'll be able to get some there. I already purchased the ones that were in here. Right here. Body Blood is in here. You can use it on something else if you want to. But I did it to create that weapon, so now we got that. And then finally a hidden weapon chest event. Unfortunately, this is 20 shards for 2. I've got these both maxed. So it's really not just to get the soul toolstone. It's not that really important at this particular time. So I'm probably not going to go full 40. I'll probably just, I've got 384, so I'm almost to the point where I could do 40. 40 is a 10 time, so you know, so you're going to need 400 of them. I'm at 3, so I'm not going to do. I'll probably just go up to. I'll probably just do 20 times. That'll enable me to get the rutilated quartz and some of the 2-stone, and of course you get what's in the chest as well, which is one of the reasons to open it as well too. They do have some shards and stuff, whatnot inside of the chest as well. But yeah, so but that's that. So a lot of stuff to look at. The Torrential Pear Blossom hidden weapon, a Soul Forge event, and inside of the time limit we do have the standard events. There's nothing new inside of that, but still 3 events is a pretty good event. So we've got the Palace Treasure Hunt, focus. Master Forge, focus. And the Torrential Pear Blossom, which is accompanies with its lucky secret treasure, which is the Rob event, focus. So those are the 3 main items that you want to focus on. That should keep us into. But yeah, definitely want to get in there at Soul Forge. Again, no triple S, which is what I was looking for. And since I'm waiting for BB Dong, I'll probably just end up getting some Soulbone, SP Soulbone. I might go ahead and grab some of that. But none of the other stuff in there is really enticing me at this particular point. I'm really hoping to get some get an another triple S set. I wouldn't use it for the set. I would actually use it for the birthing. The reason why when I talk about the birthing inside of that, You need a triple S set for the birthing, okay? And it's each of the shards. So it's a Soul Bone, SS Plus. So it's the triple S's right here. If you go into the actual things, it's the Birth Spirit. You want to level this up, okay? Because as you rank these up, you get a buff inside of your PvP, inside of your battle. You'll see an immortal herb. It's like a star, and it'll light up each time, giving you a little bit of a buff. So you don't want to ignore the birthing spirit, and it doesn't take a lot of shards to actually level up the birthing spirit. It's like I think the first level's 5 shards, and it takes 5, and you only have to do so it's 25 shards, and you'll burst spirit up to 1, and then it goes to 8, burst spirit up to 2, 5, so that would be 40. So you know, it's of course going to keep going up. By the time you get to the upper level burst spirit, you're probably going to be using 100 or something each one, but it's nice to get a little bit of, so it's actually something to do, and it applies to your entire team. So it's definitely something that you might want to consider as a little bit extra, an extra little bit of buff, a little bit of boost to give you a little bit more power. It's not going to be a lot, but as it comes up, it's something that can be useful. So don't forget about that. So it's the birthing spirit, and it's just upgrading it using shards. But yeah, there's not a lot of them. Okay, and again, they're not in the Master Forge event. That's only SS pluses. SS pluses are not what they use to get the buff inside of your PvP to level up that star inside of there. It requires SSS birth spirit increases, not SS plus. SSS birth spirit increases. First you have to get them, and then you have to burst spirit it up to start running up the meter. So keep that in mind. If you do see them, grab them. You can get a little bit of them each week inside of the actual Tree of Life. If you run this each week, you can get some of the get them in there. Actually, I don't think you can get them in here anymore either. It's SS plus now, which you're not having any trouble getting. So I guess there is absolutely no place to get them now except inside of the Soul Forge whenever they have it. An Immortal Herb event, but you'll have to pay for them if you want to get them. They usually give you a handful of them, but it's not much to really do to deal with. Like I say, I got a whole set inside of the Soul Forge event. I saw those triple S herbs in there, and I'm like, wow. So I snatched those up immediately. Used all of my ice core, but I did manage to get a full set, and it's good because it's a huge buff, and you want to put it on one of your powerful characters. I've got it on you right now. I'm going to be moving it over to BB Dong, since she will be my strongest character. I've got pretty much everything I need. I've got enough shards. I've got them setting in the characters, plus I've got building up the chest right here for that. So I'll be able to utilize all of these as well. And I should be able to get her pretty close to maxed out at 5 Sun. We'll have to see. But yeah, I think it might be, she might be her that shows up next week. I think the event we had last week was the second Chin event. The third event is a new character, so I'm thinking it'll be her. We'll know. They'll start putting out some pictures and whatnot of her. But yeah, I think the Chin event, that one that we just had this past, was the second one. So we'll have to see. But we'll take a look at it. All right, so that's all I've got. So just wanted to do a quick video, let you know where we were at, let you know 3 excellent events up. Make sure you participate. It's Ken Rear, still coming at you from the corner, signing out.